What we're looking at in this video is a new counting system called hexadecimal. And the word sounds difficult until you think about what it's saying. Decimal, dec, means 10, and hex means 6. So this counting system is base 16. So decimal is base 10, or denary is base 10, and then binary, where we have 1 and 0, is base 2, and hexadecimal, which we can abbreviate to just hex, is base 16. So what we're doing here is we're saying, and if I show you the denary numbers, we've got 0, 1, 2 down to 9, and then in hexadecimal it's exactly the same, so 0, 1, 2 and then down to 9. And then in denary we have the number 10, which corresponds with A in hexadecimal, 11 is B, 12 is C, 13 is D, 14 is E, and I'm running out of space, 15 is F. So we're counting from 0 to 9 and then from A to F. So F would be the number 15. So what we can now do is look at how we can convert from denary to hexadecimal. So let's start off with the number 23. So this number 23 is in base 10 or denary. So I want to convert to hexadecimal, and just like I did in binary, I've got a ones column and I've got a 16s column. So how many 16s do I have in 23? Well, if it was 2, then I would have a number of 32 or bigger. So it's only one 16 that I've got in here. So I've got 16. So now 23 minus 16 is 4, 5, 6, 7. So that leaves me with 7. That's my remainder. And so I've got 7 ones. So this number 17 in 16 is equal to 23 in base 10. Let's try a much bigger number, and we'll go for 152 this time, and that's in base 10. So I've got my ones column and I've got my 16s column. So how many times does 16 go into 150? And you can work out that that's 9 times. If it was 10 times, it would be 160. So this is a little bit less than 160. So we've got 9 times that 152, the 16 will go into 152. And the remainder from this, because that will be 9 times 16, is 144. And so we've got 144, which is this number here. So we're then going to take 152 minus 144, which is going to leave us with 8. And so we put an 8 into the units there. So 98 in hexadecimal is the same number as 152. So now we want to go and look at the conversions in the other direction. So we're looking for, this time, taking the number, and we're going to take the number C3 in hexadecimal and try and convert that. So these are quite easy. We've got a ones column and we've got a 16s column. So we've got C times 16 plus 3 times 1. Now, if you remember what C is, so remember 9 is 9, 10 is A, 11 is B, 12 is C. So this translates in English, as it were, to 12 times 16 plus 3 times 1. So 12 times 16 is 192. And we're adding to that 3, which is 195. So C3 in base 16 is 195 in base 10. And we'll do another example of these conversions. So this time we're going to convert D7 in base 16 to denary. So it's D times 16 Remember, that's the ones column, that's the 16s column. So D times 16 plus 7 times 1. Now, what is D? So 9 is 9, 10 is A, 11 is B, 12 is C, 13 is D. So there we go, it's 13. So it's 13 times 16 plus 7 times 1. 13 times 16 is 208. And we're adding to that 7 times 1, which is 7. So that's 215. And that is the answer, that is the denary answer to what D7 is.